What up, everyone? So, something a little bit different today. I had showed off some artwork in a previous video, and I asked if you guys wanted to see more like that. You said yes, so ask and you shall receive. So I want to show this off because I just finished framing it, so I wanted to show it off before it gets hung up so I can get a close-up of it. And what it is a page from Thunderbolts number 20, and it's of Ghost Rider. So there's the issue, there's the page, and then here's the artwork. Get close-up on that. Got some Ghost Rider. And then him without his flames. So yeah, so this is the artwork here, and I just finished framing it up, did a nice black with a little yellow trim there, and this is by Carlo Barberi. I can't remember which page it is. I'll have to look that up. But yeah, so it's just a page from that, and I'm a really big fan of Carlo Barberi, actually. So, usually his stuff is in pencils. This is one of the few times where his stuff's actually in ink. I really like to get things in pencil for two reasons. One, because it actually kind of solidifies that it's real artwork. It's really hard to forge pencil artwork because the ink stuff is always really easy to make copies of. You can tell, there are ways to tell when you get it, but when you're buying things off eBay and stuff like that, it's hard to tell just by the pictures if it's real or not. When you're spending like top dollar, you don't want to get forgery. So I usually like getting stuff in pencil because it almost solidifies that it's the real thing, because it's not impossible to make a duplicate in pencil, but it'd be extremely difficult. The good news is about this, and like most of his work, you can actually see the blue pencil lines there in the background. So that actually kind of like solidifies it as well and authenticates it. That's the word I was looking for. So that kind of authenticates it as well. So I really like that. And I'm a big fan of Carlo Barberi because just his general art style. And he's also not super well known, so his artwork is found pretty cheap on the market. Like this one was only, I think, $75. It was pretty cheap. And most of his other stuff I've gotten has been very cheap as well. And I like the fact, the other reason I like pencil is just because it looks nice. It's much harder to find. Most pages are going to be inked, but a lot of his stuff is usually just pencil. It's a lot harder to find that stuff. It's much more rare, and I just like it better. It looks, because you can tell someone like actually hand did it. Whereas inks, it looks just kind of like someone printed it a lot of the time because that's how it works. But the pencil just looks really nice. It's just a really cool concept to look at the actual pencil work and how people draw things out. It's also always cool to see the finished product, but to see the process is always really awesome. And Carlo Barberi has also done a lot of characters that I really like. He did a lot of Deadpool stuff. He did the Merc with a Mouth series, so I have a few pages from that, so I really like that, and that's how I started following him. And he's also done a lot of work with Thunderbolts. And this version of the Thunderbolts is a pretty badass team. It's got Ghost Rider, it had Deadpool, it had Venom, Punisher, Elektra, Red Hulk. So it was a really awesome team. It was a good mix of a lot of different characters. And I have some more with the other characters as well, but I just like this one because it was just Ghost Rider. And I really didn't have much Ghost Rider artwork, so that's what I was going for. So I really like this piece, and I really like the artist as well. So if you guys are in the market, his stuff it's hard to find. There's not a lot out there, but when you do find it, it's generally pretty cheap. So for those of you who are trying to start an artwork collection, he's a pretty good artist to start with because, like I was saying, he's just not super well known. He's done a lot of stuff. He's done a lot of stuff with Marvel, and so he's definitely a known name, but he's not like a household name where he's going to have crazy prices. It's pretty easy to find his stuff at a very reasonable price. And obviously, I frame this up myself. You guys know I do all my own framing. So yeah. Yeah, there's not much else to say about it. I'm a big fan of his work. But yeah, I just want to show off this piece of artwork, and I'm going to show off more in the future. I have a lot to show off, so I want to do individual videos of them so you guys can always check them out and tell me what you think. I feel like I had more to say about this, but I can't think of anything to say right now. So, I hope you guys enjoyed this piece of art. We'll just keep this a really short video. Let me know if you guys want to see more artwork. I'll show off some of my own in future videos, and I'm going to show off a lot more pages like this and talk about some artists and talk about other things like that and give brief introductions to it. I mentioned in the other video I'm not going to give ratings on artwork because I don't want to talk badly about any artist or anything like that. I'm just going to talk about them and their general style. But yeah, I've always liked him. I like the fact that he does all pencils. I think it's really cool. So let me know if you guys like this and you'd like to see more. If not, we'll figure something else out. But yeah, I like to talk about artwork. It's one of my biggest passions. I'm a huge collector, as you guys saw in my collection video. So there's definitely going to be more to come. So thank you for watching, and we'll see you on the next video. Love you all. Peace.